Hey friends, Shay here. So I just got out of the shower. I'm relaxed for the evening, but I have a bunch of manga that I haven't hauled in forever. I've been owing you guys a haul for a very long time. So we're just gonna haul. I'm sorry I don't look my best. I hope you can forgive me. But yeah, let's go ahead and dive in. So, as per usual, when I do a big haul like this, I have separated them into publisher, and I'm surprised, but my tallest stack is 7 Cs this month. So, or this haul, whatever. It's been way too long since I've done a haul. I need to do them more often. Anyways, let's go ahead and dive into the 7 Cs stack. We'll start there, and then we will go into the stacks and work our way down. So, first up, Fire in His Fingertips Volume 3. Y'all knew I picked this up as soon as I could get my hands on it, and it's exactly what I expected it to be. The plot is finally starting to form a little bit. Granted, not too much happened in this particular volume, but it did set up further volumes in the future. I am really excited. This is pure smut, and I still love it. It's definitely that erotica that just I enjoy. I'm a filthy, smutty soul, I guess. So, Fire in His Fingertips Volume 3 is fantastic. I enjoyed it as I read it. Next, I have the final volume to Our Teachers Are Dating. I absolutely adored this series. If you like Sweat and Soap, this is a sapphic take in a very similar way. These two women are teachers. They're in love with each other. Everybody around them rallies around them and roots for them, and it's adorable. I absolutely love it. 10 out of 10 would recommend. Next, we have The Ancient Magus Bride Wizard's Blue Volume 4. I do enjoy this spin-off series from the Ancient Magus Bride world. I have not gotten to this particular volume yet because I've been focusing on more of my Pride-centered reads. So I will be getting to this one soon, hopefully in July, because I really do enjoy this world and I've been missing these characters, so I'm excited to get back. Next, I have The Dangers in My Heart Volume 4. Now, this one is a really cute series. The premise is quirky, but I can handle a quirky premise and get to the heart of the story, which is this boy thinks this girl is quirky because she spends so much time with him and enjoys his company, and he doesn't know what to do with it. And so that's really where it comes from. Yes, he has this slightly sadistic side just because he doesn't understand other people. So now that he's starting to understand her, and his focus is drawn to her, that's kind of how it's all working. It's adorable, though. I really enjoy them. Next, I have The Country Without Humans, Volume 2. I loved Volume 1, so I do plan on getting to this one very soon. I might sneak it in June. We will see. But yes, I really enjoyed the first one. This is about a human girl in a land full of robots, and she comes across one particular one, and she calls him Bulb. Or them, Bulb. I don't know. I don't remember if pronouns are assigned. It's been a minute since I read the first volume. And Bulb is very protective of her. So, very excited to see where this one continues to go. Then we do have Jack Flash and the Fairy Case Files Volume 4. I have read this. I enjoyed it. This one sits in like a 3.5, 4. If you like mysteries, this is definitely going to scratch that itch for you in the Ancient Magus Bride world. But it's really fun. You're dealing with Fae all the time. So if you like Fae, this is also a really fun series. Next, I have The Dragon Knight's Beloved Volume 2. I continue to really love and adore this series. I cannot wait for Volume 3. Like, I just love it. It's so fantastic. So good. I love the art. I love the characters. I love this little baby dragon. They're the best. And I love it. I love it. Next, I have A White Rose in Bloom Volume 2. There was a really long time in between volumes on this one, but I do really enjoy the series, so I will continue to collect it. I'm very much looking forward to whenever we get Volume 3. Then I picked up Magic Artisan Dahlia Wilts No More. This is a really interesting take. Basically, this is someone who she's reincarnated in a magical world. She grows up. Her father helps her find a partner. They're like conquering the magical world together. And all of a sudden he's like, I'm in love with someone else. I'm leaving you. And she's like, okay. And she just goes about on her own. But there were people around her who help her realize that he was taking advantage of her and planned to leave her with nothing, even though she is the one who got him where he is today. And so this is just kind of her little way of living life and being better than him, and it's fantastic. Would recommend. Really enjoyed it. The art is very reminiscent of Snow White with the red hair, so if you like that art style, you're going to really enjoy this one. She does remind me a little bit of Shirayuki from Snow White, but not entirely. She's definitely her own character, and I love the people she surrounds herself with, and I'm really looking forward to the future of this one. Now, I have volume 2 of this one also somewhere, and that's I Can't Believe I Slept With You. I can't seem to find it, but I know I have volume 2 somewhere. But yes, I really enjoyed this first volume. It's really kind of quirky, and I think it's going to be really cute as it moves forward, so I'm definitely looking forward to it. And now I have my dear friend Nekotan. So this one, again, is just a quirky one. I think it's going to be a little bit sapphic. So we have this former delinquent girl who makes friends with this girl with deer horns on her. I haven't read it yet, so I don't know too much. But yes, very, very excited about this one. Fluffy Tail. What are you doing, Fluffy? Calm down, shall you? Hi. Okay, his tail's defluffing, so he should calm down. Oh, he found a bag. So he might still be noisy. Oh, you just gonna lay there? Come on, sir. I got stuff to do. Can you calm? Okay, that works. Next, I have Seaside Strangers Volume 2. I do believe I have Volume 3 as well. It's got to be in the same bag as the one I just talked about. But yes, I loved Volume 1 of this series. I really need to get to Volume 2 and Volume 3 for that matter. So yes, this will be read soon. Next, I have The Duke of Death and His Maid Volume 1. I talk about this in my most recent wrap-up manga log, so I will leave that linked. But this one's a little bit ecchi and it surprised me, so I will leave my thoughts to that video. You can go check that out. Next, I have the two of them are pretty much like this. This is a really cute slice of life Yuri. I'm really enjoying it. Will be I don't know if I'm going to physically pick up any more, but I'm going to at least read volume 2 before I physically pick it up. It's definitely slice of life little vignettes, really cute. Then I have, I Think I Turned My Childhood Friend Into a Girl. I did not enjoy this one. Will not be picking up anymore. Will be getting rid of this one. But you needed to know that I picked it up. Next, I have The Tale of the Outcasts Volume 5. I just picked this up yesterday, which is like, oh yeah, I really need to film that vlog or that haul. So yes, very excited. Love this series and very excited to continue. I also have Classmates Volume 5, which is Occupation to Beloved. I don't know too much about this other than it's the next episode in the Classmates manga, and I love everything that I've read so far by this mangaka, so I trust that this volume is going to be fantastic. It's a chunky boy, so I'm very excited. Then I have The Muscle Girl Next Door. This is adorable. Like, I loved everything about this, and for me, the only drawback is it ends very abruptly and I just wanted more. So if you can handle that, you can go into this one, but I still love it and would recommend, even if you just flip through it at the bookstore. It's really cute. I really loved it. Next, I have Until I Meet My Husband. I have read this. I have not talked about it yet. I'm going to save my thoughts, but just know that I do recommend it and I loved it. But I'm going to save my detailed thoughts for later. Along the same lines is X-Gender. This is about a non-binary character, and again, it's autobiographical. We have all sorts of representation in here, including a pansexual character, which makes my little pan art very, very happy. So yes, very, very, very much would recommend this one. I love that we're getting more autobiographical LGBT-related stories, and yes, I love this. I love this a whole bunch. And I feel like this is a really good depiction of what someone who is non-binary deals with. And yes, though I am binary, I am not non-binary. I do, from what I've observed of my non-binary friends, I think this is a great representation of that. So please pick this one up. I think it's beautiful. Next is one that I think technically comes out this next Tuesday, but my store had it early, so I grabbed it when I was there yesterday. And that is Outbride, Beauty and the Beasts, Volume 1. And this is the first series that we're getting in the Steamship series imprint of Seven Seas, so I'm very excited to try this out. It is sealed, which means it's going to be a good smutty time. I'm very excited, and I do plan to read this very, very soon. It's probably going to be read like as soon as this haul is done, if I'm honest with myself. So yes, yes, I will tell you my thoughts very, very soon. It'll probably have a dedicated review is my guess. And then I have Donuts Under a Crescent Moon Volume 3. I've been anxiously awaiting this volume. I love these women so much. They have such a beautiful relationship together. I'm really excited to see where this volume takes us. Then I also have The Masterful Cat is Depressed Again Today, another series that I love and adore. Comedy about a big giant cat and her fear of people figuring out that the big giant cat takes care of her. It's grand. I love it. And then last in the Seven Seas stack, I have Volume 2 and Volume 3 of Creepy Cat. I have not read these yet, just haven't taken a minute to do it. But I am very excited to keep going with this one. I loved the first volume, and I think these are going to be a lot of fun. All right, that is all the Seven Seas. My next stack is the Viz stack, so let's go ahead and dive into that one. So first up, I was able to pick up volumes 7, 8, and 9 of the Inuyasha Viz Bigs. I've been collecting these and slowly reading through them because I love the anime so much. So I'll probably have a reading vlog where I read a bunch of Inuyasha soon. And yes, I was very excited to get a hold of these. I know there's a store locally that carries most of the series now, so when I need the next couple, I'll probably pop up there. Next on the list is Requiem of the Rose King Volume 15. Y'all know I love this series. Period, end of story. I don't need to say anymore. This volume is fantastic. Very much looking forward to it. We only have a volume or two left in the series to go because it's definitely winding down to those climaxes, and I'm very interested to see how they choose to wrap it up. Next, I have Queen's Quality Volume 14, another series that y'all know that I just love and adore, and of course will stay current as I can get. So yes, I continue to love where this takes our characters and how it talks about mental health in a way. It's really just a brilliant series. Definitely check this one out, especially if you like more action-centered stories, because there's big pieces. Yes, you'll have a volume every so often that's a little slower, but there's a lot of action to this series, and it's super underrated. So really, please check this one out. Next is a series that is an older series that I was surprised I could find. So I got the first 3 volumes of Sakura Hime. So this will be try 3 that I do very, very soon. It's a shoujo beat title. And yes, I don't know too much about it yet other than the art is stunning and the premise seems really interesting on this one. So again, we'll share my thoughts in that video coming up soon. Next, of course, I'm current on Yona. So here's volume 36. Whatever I haven't hauled since my last haul, I have, because it's Yona and I will stay as current on Yona as humanly possible. Yes, do need to sit and read this soon, but I know we're catching up with Japan, so I've been sitting on it for a minute. I love these characters so much. They're just precious. I love them. Imakoi Volume 2. I do also have Volume 1 that I've already read. I have not read this volume yet, but I am very excited for the future of this series because both these characters are adorable. And I'm excited. I'm just excited, y'all. Manga's great. Can I just say that? Manga's great. Next, I have Spy Family Volume 7. I really enjoy the series. I know other people haven't been getting along with the series quite as well as I have, but I really enjoy it. And this particular volume was very enlightening, and I thought it was a great time. Next, I have Snow White with the Red Hair Volume 19, which is the most recent volume. Again, since my last haul, whatever I haven't hauled, I have. This is another series that I stay very current on. I really love, and I seriously love that Kiki looks like a total queen right here. Like, it's amazing. Then I have Free Ren Volume 4. I do also have Volumes 2 and 3. I stay current on this series, though I am a little behind on reading it. I'm very excited for the future of this one because, again, it's another one I'm really enjoying. Same with Mao. I do have Volume 4, though I haven't read it yet. This is a Rumiko Takahashi series, their most recent, and I've really been enjoying it so far. I'm really looking forward to the future of it. I do have Volumes 5 and 6 of The King's Beast here. I have not read them yet. I've been told after Volume 6 I may not be as happy with it, so I won't be picking up anymore until I've read these so that I know exactly how I feel about it. And yeah, I think it's going to be interesting to see where I land with this one. I know I've got them somewhere. They must be downstairs somewhere. But I'm also current on Komi Can't Communicate. This is just Volume 17. I know I have 18 and 19 floating around here. And yes, so I will be getting current on Komi very soon. And same with Beastars. Whatever I haven't hauled since the last time I hauled of Beastars, I have them all. I just have not read all of them yet. I'm a little behind on my reading. I've not been reading as much as I'm bringing in, obviously. So that's where we're at. But I do continue to really enjoy Beastars. Oh, there's 2 that I missed in the 7 Seas stack. That's Wonder Cat Kyuchan Volume 4 and My Senpai is Annoying Volume 7. Again, if I haven't hauled the in-between volumes since my last haul in this one, I am current. I love them. But yes, that was it for the Viz stack. The next tallest stack is my Yen Press stack, actually. So first up, I finished Sacrificial Princess and the King of Beasts since my last haul. I love this series. I have a whole video talking about it. I will leave it linked. I also got Play It Cool Guys Volume 3. This is adorable. We got a new cool guy. I love this series. It's a full color series and it's just a lot of fun about clumsy guys who are attractive and it's great. I love it. I also have A Bride's Story Volume 13. I only found this just recently. I have not read it yet, but I'm very much looking forward to it. And, we only get a volume once a year, so I'm going to, like, savor it as I read it. Next, I was able to also find Volume 7, 8, and 9 of Monthly Girls Nozaki-kun at that same location where I got the Inuyasha volumes. So this is another one that I love and I've just been slowly collecting. So I'm very excited to read some more of it. Next, I have Why Ray Liana Ended Up at the Duke's Mansion, Volume 1. Again, I believe this is another like manhwa comic, full color. I'm very excited to read this one because it looks amazing. Like the art is absolutely stunning and it's about her proposing a deal to the Duke, and I just love those kinds of tropes. Like, it's just a me thing. Well, I know it's not just a me thing. Other people love these tropes too, but I particularly do, so I'm very excited. Next, I have Catch These Hands Volume 2. I loved Volume 1, so I'm really excited to dive into Volume 2. I just picked this up yesterday, so I'm very, very excited. I have Let's Go Karaoke here. I have talked about this in my most recent video, talking about what I've read, so again, check that. It's already linked. But I really enjoyed this one. Like, I do think I'll reread it, which is why I picked it up physically. Then we have I Want to Be a Wall, Volume 1. I absolutely love and adore this, and it's one of my favorite manga that I've read so far this year. It's probably going to be on my end of the year list, and so good. Really enjoyed. I also have I Cannot Reach You, Volume 4, and I have all the subsequent ones in between since my last haul. Volume 3 was really cute. It finally did some things I needed it to, so I'm really excited to see what's going to happen in Volume 4. Next, I have the next 2 volumes of Sex Ed 120%. I found Volume 1 to be very interesting, so I think it's going to be, like, I'm just very curious where this one's going to go. So, I'll let you know when I know. Next, I have I Am the Cat Lord's Manservant Volume 3. I have read Volume 2, but I have not read Volume 3 yet, so, again, I just need to have like a manga reading day, catch up on a bunch of things. Same thing here with Cheeky Brat Volume 3. I have not read it yet, but I'm very excited. I have read Golden Japanesque Volume 5, which I'm very curious to see where the rest of the series is going to go. And I still love the art and the whole concept of the story, and it's going to be great. And Kaiju Girl Caramelized Volume 5 was absolutely adorable. Finally got my hands on it. I think Volume 6 is coming out relatively soon, so more of that coming soon. And the last of my big publisher stacks is Kodansha. I know I've picked up a lot more Kodansha, but just easy grabbing and... Alright, anyways, let's dive in. So first up, I have Vampire Dormitory Volume 4. Again, I've been collecting this one. I think I've already bought Volume 5 as well. Like, I tell you, I've got a bag of stuff that I've bought recently missing. And it's driving me a little bit crazy as I do this haul. But anyways, I really love Vampire Dormitory. This volume turns the whole series on its head, so I'm very excited for the future. Next, I have the penultimate volume of Living Room Matsunaga-San. There's only going to be one more volume. I'm very excited to see the conclusion to this series. It's really cute. I just will forever love it. Night of the Ice Volume 10. We've got 2 more volumes of this one coming. I'm very, very excited. This volume in particular was quite sweet, and I'm really looking forward to the next 2 and how things are going to round out for our characters. Next, I have Beauty and the Beast of Paradise Lost Volume 4, which is, again, the penultimate volume. There's only one more, and I love everything about this, and we're reaching a point in the Beauty and the Beast retelling part that is going to be really interesting how they choose to bring it all around in one more volume. So again, very excited. Love the art. And I have A Sign of Affection Volume 5. I picked it up yesterday. It's amazing. I have not read it yet, but I have today off. So after I get this up to you guys, I may just be reading. So we'll see what happens. And then we have Wand Dance. And I got an early digital copy from the publisher of this one. This is stunning. The art in this particular one is so incredibly powerful in the way it talks about movement and dance. And this is about a teenage boy who witnesses he was kind of clumsy and got made fun of in like PE when they did a dance unit. And so he thinks he can't dance, but he has this passion in him to dance. And so he can't watch other people dance. But he stumbles across a classmate just dancing in a really like a different spot, and he's very drawn to her. Her name's Wanda, and he ends up joining the dance team at school. And you see his passion for dance and his commitment to dance come out throughout the story. Oh, it's so stunning. Like, at least flip through it when you're at a bookstore if you're not interested in the story, because the art is so good. Next, I have Beyond the Clouds, Volume 4. We finally got a new volume of this one. I'm very, very excited to sit down and read it. Same with Witch Hat Atelier. Volume 9 is out now, and I cannot wait for some time to sit and read it. I can't wait for time to sit and read all of these. Wotakoi, Volume 6, which is the final volume. This is the Barnes & Noble exclusive edition, which I believe is now completely sold out. You cannot get your hands on. So yes, that is a thing. And I had a friend looking for the Books A Million edition for me. So yeah, we're going to trade these, and it's going to be exciting. And then I've got Perfect World Volume 11. I have not read Volume 10 because I know there's a trigger for me in it. Though now that I have this volume, I think I will go ahead and pick that one up and keep going with these two and their beautiful story. So I've got a couple more small stacks, so we'll just kind of do them all at once. I know this is a long one, guys. My hauls tend to be. So I have Alice in Kyoto Forest. Volume 1. I really enjoyed this one, and the art is absolutely stunning. So I think it's going to be a great time to see where this one goes. Yagi the Bookshop Goat. This is adorable. I love everything about it. And I talk about this in a workplace romance recommendation video, so I will leave that linked in the cards for you. And then I have Tomorrow Make Me Yours. This is a really cute high school male-male relationship, and I really enjoyed myself with this one. They're adorable. Next, I have There Are Things I Cannot Tell You. This one was not my favorite, but it was still good. I think I'm going to read it one more time before I decide if I keep it or not, just because I think there's some things about it that aren't necessarily my favorite, and they didn't hit me right in the moment, of course, but upon reread, they might hit me a little bit better, or I might understand them better. So I want to give it one more read before I decide. And then I also have Puppy Love, which looks like an adorable male-male romance. I have not read it yet, so I can't tell you my full thoughts, but it looks adorable, and I'm very excited. All right, next up, I have a couple of Square Enix volumes. So I have Cherry Magic Volume 4, which I have read, thoroughly enjoyed, absolutely loved and adored. Their first date is in this volume. It's super cute. I had a great time. Next, I have Beauty and the Feast Volume 2. I have not read this volume yet. Again, just haven't had the time. And same with My Dress Up Darling Volume 5. I actually have Volume 4 to read as well. So I am behind on this one. We'll be catching up soon. So I have one from Dark Horse, and that is Cat and Gamer Volume 1. Absolutely loved and adored this. We'll be reading Volume 2 as soon as it comes out. Essentially, this is about a 29-year-old woman whose whole goal in life is to do her work efficiently and quickly so she can get home and game, because that's who she is. And one day at work, they find a stray kitten. She takes it home, and it's about her shenanigans being a cat mom. And it's adorable. I love it. Then I have Sick. This one's by Tomo Kurahashi. I'm sending this one on to a friend, so just know. Okay, it cut me off somewhere in there, but I'm almost done. So yes, it did some things that rubbed me the wrong way. No pun intended here. and I'm sending this on to someone who I think will enjoy it more than me. Then I have Three Wolves Mountain. This is a self-contained story. The rest are Sublime, and well, not the rest, but this one's Sublime. It was really cute. This was a gift from Bizarre at Bizarre Individual. We buddy read it. We had a great time. And yeah. Then I have Scattering is Virgin Bloom, which I'm kind of on the fence about. Like, it's got a trope that I'm not sure I'm okay with. I am going to pick up one more volume to see how I feel. And yes, it might only be 2 volumes long. I don't know. I'm on the fence right now. This is Omegaverse, so if you're not versed in Omegaverse, you may not enjoy this. But anyways, there's that. Then I've got Bad Boys Happy Home, Volume 2. I don't think I've picked up Volume 3 yet. But really cute series about 2 delinquents who end up falling in love. I love it. And then I hear the Sunspot Limit 1. I have read Theory of Happiness. I'm hoping to get to this one this month. We'll see. Life is crazy. And that is it for this haul. I know it is not fully cohesive and comprehensive. It's not everything, but it's the stuff that I could easily get my hands on and that I remember. And again, I need to find that missing bag somewhere because that's going to irritate me. And yeah, so if you're still here at the end of this video, leave me a drink-related emoji down below because I'm sure you're thirsty, because I am. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye. Was it all just a dream, just all in my